Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Transport Fever! I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly excited to be back here in the great American plains, where things are going pretty darn well, if I do say so myself. We're currently in a spot where we're making money from pretty much everything. We have all these buses going about. We have all this cargo going about. But here's the thing. Some of these lines are taking a little bit too long. So what I'm going to do is, number one, and this is going to be really important because I haven't done it yet. I actually need to go in and upgrade this. I need to get these replaced with the Mac AC so that it's going to move some logs for me. And we'll get it to be like that color. So we're going to do that. We're going to immediately replace, because that right there is going to be a bit of a bottleneck in that production line. Now, it's a bottleneck right at the start of the production line, but basically what's going to happen there is we have these really slow vehicles taking logs to Salt Lake City to get turned into planks, which means the production of planks is going to slow down, which means the production of tools is going to slow down. So do you see where I'm going with this? Basically, the start of the line was really slow, so the later parts of the line aren't going to be as efficient. That's what was happening there. Now, we're also in a situation where the bricks aren't really being moved all that quickly towards Chicago. So we're going to go buy some road vehicles. We're going to go to the Mac AC, and we're going to get ourselves some construction material. I'm going to go for like a dark red, I suppose. Buy me 2 of those, and let's go ahead and throw those onto the brick line. We're going to do the same with the machinery line. So if we go to machines and make those, I believe they were black trucks, 2 of those, and set those on the machinery line. So we're down to 3 minutes and 3 minutes. I think the slag line's probably fine at 4 for the time being. It's making some money, so I'm not too worried. Actually, maybe we go for 1 instead of a dark purple. We'll go for slag right there, buy it, and set it on the slag line there. So we're down to 3 minutes on that line as well. So we should be in a situation where they're going to do really, really good things. Now, here's another thing that I've been noticing, though. We have so much steel. We have so much steel. So I'm thinking we're actually going to go ahead and add a few more steel trucks to the steel line. And I think those are like that color, whatever color they are. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and put them on the steel line. And hopefully that right there is going to do some amazing stuff for us. Hopefully we're going to see some really, really good steel go back and forth. But we should wind up in a situation where everything starts working out. And you can actually see here what I was talking about with that bottleneck. There's a lot of logs lying back here that were originally being moved by slow vehicles, which resulted in not that many planks being produced, and thus, you know, production over here slowed down as well. So we should find ourselves in a situation where now that logs are being delivered at a reasonable rate, planks are going to get made, tools are going to get made, everything's going to be fine. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how exactly that goes. I'm slightly concerned about this taking its time. The slag's not really doing all that great. So maybe it would be an idea to get a quarry going. Because we do have one. There's a quarry just up here north of Chicago. So that, ooh, we got the Schneider PB2. That's a new bus right there. Okay, we are definitely going to need to look into that in a moment. But I think I might very well go ahead and get this quarry coming down to the construction material processing. We could also totally take some oil from Durham over to this processing here, take the fuel to Chicago, and then take the oil itself up to the chemical plant to get turned into plastic. There's a lot of things we could do, and then we could turn the plastics and some planks into goods. Basically, I'm trying to get a production line here so that Chicago is going to grow really, really well. But I think what I want to do is I'm going to take a little road from here. So said little road sort of going to curve that way a little bit. And I want it to just ever so slightly keep up what it's doing. So go that way a little bit. Kind of go that way a little bit. And let's just very, very carefully just keep it moving across the hill. Doesn't need to be quick. Just needs to be careful and efficient. And what we're aiming for is to connect it sort of down this way a little bit. I want to keep it along the hill, though, so that the money isn't going to be too much. Go that way. Go that way. And go straight to there. So that right there is going to be a nice quick way to get stone from the quarry down to here without having to go through Chicago. So what I'm going to do is get myself a... Have we got new... Ooh, look at those. Not bad. We're going to get ourselves a truck station. We're not going to go for a large one just yet. I don't think we need it. But the truck station is going to go just there. And we're going to have a new line, which is going to be going from Chicago north to Bricks. And that's going to be renamed to a T line, which is, I believe... Oh, why do we do this? So it's stone from Chicago to brick in Chicago as well. So there we go. Have I named that wrong? No, it's fine. So stone from Chicago to brick in Chicago. And all that really needs is a set of trucks to go up and down. So I do want to look at that line actually real quick. So stone in Chicago, by the road vehicles. We're going to get ourselves the Mack AC. It is going to be moving nothing but stone, which is fine. It's going to be sort of a dark gray looking truck. 1, 2 of those and put them on the stone line. So the frequency there is going to be 9 minutes. Let me get 3 more of those and put them on the stone line. 4 minutes. That's probably fine for the time being. We'll leave it as is. Now, what I do want to go ahead and do is start looking into some of my lines here, because the Chicago loop is getting quite busy in quite a few spots. So I want to go and I want to start upgrading all of my lines here. So the replacement vehicle is going to become the Schneider PB2, which is a 22 mile per hour, 10 passenger bus. The color for the Chicago loop line is yellow, so I think we'll go for yellow on the buses there. And I'm going to force replace those so that we can get that done right away. Chicago to Elgin, replacement is again going to be the Schneider in that sort of pale blue there, which is fine by me. Chicago to Grand Prairie is a very, very similar story. It's going to be that kind of strong blue color there. We'll close those 3. Lafayette and Salt Lake City and the loop as well. All going to be set up exactly the same way. So the Schneider in a bright green. And then the Schneider in a darker green. I think that's the right color. And then the Santa Rosa loop is going to be a nice, strong red there. So that's totally fine. Those are all going to be set up to automatically replace when the time comes. Some of them are already automatically replacing, which is totally fine by me. So that's going to be good. We're going to get those automatically replaced, and they're going to be the appropriate color for whatever line they happen to be. So we got these yellow ones for the Chicago loop already. That bus just there is going to stay as is for the time being. So that's good. We've got new buses. We have our trains moving. The trains are actually quite popular as well. We could absolutely look into... Yeah, looking down here with how busy and popular this is, we could absolutely look into more trains. I mean, this thing here is full, and there's like 30-something people left back there. So we could definitely look into more trains. What about you currently? Are you full at all? 20 people. I'm going to send you back to the depot, possibly. Yeah, I know I've just lost 20 people, but I'm going to send that back to the depot because I want to see if I can get another carriage on it. You see, the big problem really is that that slope right there is really slowing the trains down so much, and we really need to do something about that. I'm also thinking I want to add more signals. So I'm going to put a signal just there and there as well. And I'm going to put another one there and there. The reason for that's quite simple. Basically, we're just getting ourselves in a spot where the trains can be a little bit closer together whilst still waiting at signals. It means that they, I think it means they can sort of keep moving a bit longer. I think. It might cause some issues, but we'll see. I just want to have, you know, a few more signals along the way here just to maybe help things out. So we'll do that kind of thing there, and that should be totally okay. Now that this train's back in the depot, I want to go to, and I want to add more carriages. So this was the blue train, right? So it's got the 6-axle passenger car. We could throw this thing on the back as well. It's quite expensive, but it does carry a few more people. It was like that color, I think. I mean, we could throw that in there. That's definitely an option. We have this thing. It's 8.27 million. It's an electric train, though, so maybe not. Let's just get ourselves another one of those. Possibly. 72 people on that train. And set it back on the line. That should be fine. Oh, that's the wrong color. Oh. Oh dear. That looks a little silly, I'm gonna be honest. That is looking... that is looking kind of silly right there. But we're not gonna judge, that's fine. How many people are you currently hauling? 36 of 36, not bad. Next question. Aha. So bricks are being produced really, really well. This thing here is doing its job exactly the way it needs to be. There are a lot of people wanting to go to Elgin there. A lot of people wanting to jump on a train as well. Most likely in the direction of Santa Rosa, but that's fine. A lot of people in Santa Rosa. Oh my god. We're looking at 73 people in Santa Rosa right now. Where's the train? Oh, so there's one of them coming in with 36 people on board. So that'll pick up quite a few people. Well, 36 specifically. 443k for that. Not bad. Not bad at all. Other train... Where is the other train? Where is the other... Oh, it's coming up the hill, isn't it? 43 people on board. Not bad. I wonder if this thing will fill up when it gets to the station over here. Because that'd be kind of nice. It is going 20 miles per hour up that hill, though. I really feel bad about that. I really do. I wish I could get it to go full speed up the hill, but there's not really any way to do that. Which is a total shame, but... Whatever. It's all good. It's going to pull in here. And I do hope it fills up. I really do. So it's going to drop a few people off, but yeah, it's full. 72 people on board. Not bad at all. Okay, so here's another thing I want to start doing. I want to start taking some grain and some livestock from this farm right here. Ooh, another train. I want to take it from this farm right here, and I want to take it over here via truck to the Santa Rosa food processing plant. And then I want to take it from here via train to Chicago. Specifically to the parts of Chicago that will consume food, which are the shopping facilities, which are sort of right here in the middle. So I reckon if I was to put a train station, a cargo train station, freight station, right at the end of this road here, that would do some good. Alternatively, what I'm actually thinking is if I pause for a moment and bulldoze that road. Yes, it's expensive, but I can put the cargo station, you know, right there, which is going to be so much more useful for getting stuff into Chicago. So right there, we have a cargo train station. The line is admittedly going to need to, you know, sort of go through some buildings there, which is a shame, but, well, it happens. There we go. I'm also thinking that maybe it would be an idea to, you know, have this line sort of branch off a little bit immediately. So it sort of goes like that. Yeah, that'll work. So what we're going to try and do is basically curve a train line way, way out. So what's the highest speed on this? 75? I'm going to try and curve a train line way out like that. And get it to loop around. I do want it to connect up with the other existing train line. That's for sure. So it's going to keep curving like that. This one is going to follow suit. So it's going to come along there and just right up to the end like that. And then I kind of want it to go straight down like this. So it's going to go to that point, and then it's going to merge across to that bit over there. And it can still go full speed, which is exactly what we want. So all the way through there, and all the way around here, and right up to that point right there. So that right there should be perfect. What's more, we actually have got this, we've got some signals on this side already, which are going to be super useful. Honestly, that signal there can probably go, because what we're going to need are signals that work with this. So we need a signal there, and we're also going to need a signal there. But that should be fine. It unfortunately doesn't have a connection back to the depot just yet, but we'll work on that. But my idea is that we can go ahead and put a freight station, an end freight station, just there-ish. Maybe a bit more of an angle that way. But something like that. And we'll have this little road here just come across like that. And I think that looks totally fine. I really, really do. In fact, I just want to go and upgrade all of that real quick. So right there is totally going to work. We're going to need a track that comes straight out. And then we need it to start branching off the way it usually would. So pretty much like that. And then this needs to go straight along to about that point. Maybe not spending quite as much money to do that, though. Hold on. What is the... So the terrain has a bit of a hill there. Yeah, we're actually going to need to go a little more direct that way. So that's fine. It's going to curve slightly to the left. It's going to be kind of expensive, but it's all right. We need to bring it this way. And need it to merge. Yeah, that is pricey. That is real pricey, but that'll do. Then this one as well is going to come around like this to about that point. That works. I like it. Let's go ahead and get everything set up then for the vehicles and all that stuff. Okay, so the signals are all in place. We have all of this track going along here. The next thing I want to do is I want to get a line of trucks going from, well, the farm over to here. Thing is, I don't really want them to go through Salt Lake City, because that's going to take a little while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just run the game a little bit, not at full speed, but I'm going to just run it a little bit, and I'm going to have some small country roads just come off of here. And they're going to... I was going to say they'd slope up, but actually what they can do is sort of go that way, just there. Because there's like a little bit that I can sort of take them through, where it's not going to be too expensive to do it, and it's not going to be going up over a hill either. And that's kind of what we're going for. We kind of want it to, not go over too many hills. Now, there's a hill right there, obviously. There's not a lot I can do about that. We'll sort of have it go up that hill a little bit, and then sort of through this little gap here. And through all of that as well. And we'll just keep it going around, again, through the hills. And it can come down that way. Come down that way. And keep on keeping on until it reaches right about there. And that is going to be a quicker way for it to go rather than having to go down and around. So that right there is pretty good. Now let's go ahead and get ourselves a new line. It is going to be from here in Salt Lake City to here in Santa Rosa. And it's going to be a new truck line. So T, it's going to be farm in... I hit caps lock apparently. Farm in Salt Lake City to food in Santa Rosa. Which is totally fine. We'll get that set up in just a second. The next one is going to be food from Santa Rosa going all the way up to Chicago. So if we just go and say we want food... Oh, sorry. It's a cargo train line. It's food from Santa Rosa to Chicago. There we go. So those lines are now set up. They're not going to be working because there's nothing being moved along them, but the lines are most definitely set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait, I think. I think waiting is going to be the way to go because we need to get some money because we're going to need a cargo train. We could probably look into repaying some loans. You know what? Actually, let's take a loan. Let's borrow. We're currently loan of 12 million. Let's go up to 20. So 20 million. We're at 12.8 million currently in the bank. What I'm going to do, buy some road vehicles. We're going to get the Mack AC, and it's going to move anything. But it's going to be, bright green. Bright green Mack AC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And we're going to set those on the farm line. Now, you might be thinking, won't that have a really bad frequency? Like, isn't that a really long line? Yeah. No, it absolutely is. The frequency is currently 6 minutes. That's really not good. The thing is, I'm doing that intentionally because at some point I want to go ahead and get more vehicles in that line, but I want them to be staggered. I don't want, one big cluster of 10 vehicles. I want 2 clusters, if possible, of 5 each, or I want them to spread out a bit more than that. It's just a little easier to do it this way. So we'll turn on automatic replacement there. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4. What did we just get? Okay, it's a plane. That's fine. I thought we just got like a new truck or something. And put that again on the farm line. So there we go. We have now got a spot where those vehicles are a little bit more spread out than they would otherwise be. And that's completely fine. We can also see that the farm is actually producing stuff at the moment, which is beautiful news. That will definitely give us a bit of a hand when those vehicles come along to start doing some good stuff. And I guess while we're waiting, what we can also go ahead and do is have a little bit of... Oh, we just got high-speed tracks. Well, that right there changes everything. That right there changes a lot of things. Good lord. We are gonna want to go ahead and upgrade, as far as I'm concerned. Upgrade that, all of that, and all of that. Just all of this track. I want it to be high speed. Where possible, of course. But just as much of that as we can possibly get to be high speed, I want it to be high speed. Because I want my trains moving as fast as they can possibly move. So all of that. And all of that. So all of the cargo line is currently high speed. Which is good. All of that line there. We're going to go around there as well. I do really want to upgrade this, but if I upgrade it, it's going to get rid of all the passengers currently in that station. I feel like we don't have a choice. I feel like, it's just the way it's going to be. The station had to be closed for a little while to upgrade it to high-speed tracks. Gonna lose a bit of money in the process, but, it happens. It's all good. Upgrade those bits as well. Very expensive, this kind of upgrade, just by the way. Very, very expensive. We're gonna want some high-speed crossover points as well, now that I think about it. Totally missed those. Also, currently don't have any crossover points on the new section of cargo track, so gonna want to look into that for sure. There we go. All of that's been upgraded. That station there has been upgraded. I think we're now on all high-speed track, which is beautiful. I also realized this station here doesn't actually need... We don't need any crossover stuff, so that's actually fine. What I would like to do, though, is have just a bit of track coming off of there. That's going to curve around and run parallel to that one. It's a slow bit of track. That's fine. But it's going to go parallel there and then in. And the simple idea there is that if a train needs to go back to the depot from over here, it absolutely can. And that's pretty good. So we're going to be fine there. Right. So I don't think I need that open anymore. We do actually have people waiting in here already, which is kind of cool. This train here has 22 people on it of 72. This one down here has 0 of 36. That's fine. The station's already filling up back there, so we're good. This thing right here is it producing? No, these trucks have just got here. So that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. What have we just unlocked? A new train. Okay. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff just waiting to be shipped over that way. We can still hold on to that. We actually have a lot of bricks lying around. We should probably get those moving into Chicago. So let's get ourselves another truck on the go. The good old Mac AC construction materials. Go for that color. Buy me 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, I suppose. And start moving some bricks into Chicago. Hopefully an increased frequency there is going to do some good stuff for us. Losing money on the trains currently. That's kind of to be expected. The farm line also losing money. Money being lost in the Santa Rosa Loop. That's fine. I'm not worried about losing money on the trains right now. That is gonna happen since we upgraded everything. But soon enough, we should see some great things happen. Especially once these vehicles get up to here and start taking some goods over this way. I'm really, really excited to see this actually get working. Well, I say get working. I'm really excited to see if this thing will work. It should by all means work. But, you know, sometimes plans sort of ever so slightly fall through. It kind of happens. So what are you holding currently? 36 to 36? All right, 230K. What was that accent? Back up to 36 to 36, fair enough. Okay, I mean, I feel like that train needs to be hauling more people, but all right. You've currently got, what, 31 of 72? Okay. Again, fair enough. That kind of works. Hopefully that one's going to fill up a little bit, though. That would be super nice. Also, what money are we looking at? 291. Are we making we're not really making a profit from those yet. Fair enough. Have any of the oh, wait a minute. What have you picked up? So you've picked up some livestock. Fair enough. You've picked up some livestock as well. You've got some livestock. Some livestock. Livestock, I assume they've all picked up the same thing, right? I mean, there's a, yeah, so they're all picking up livestock. I assume, yeah, they're going to start picking up grain at this point. Okay, that's fine. Not too worried about that. Once they start getting down to where they need to be, we're going to see some really cool things happen, because we're going to see this thing start producing. It won't produce right away, because it's going to have to, it's going to calculate, and it's going to be like, yo, hold on a minute. You don't have an endpoint for this line. What's going on? So, production will go a bit weird with this for a second, but what we can do is we can actually pop up this way. And are you currently hauling a lot of people? Can I get you to just go back to the depot? Just like, error, unable to find path. So you're gonna have to go down and turn around at some point to go back to the depot. Fair enough, I'll not worry about that. Let's buy a train. So this is that new one. It's not as fast as the Atlantic. So I think we're gonna stick with the Atlantic. So let's buy ourselves the Atlantic. So the Atlantic, I think I just want it in like a black color or like a dark gray. And then what I want to, oh, didn't want to do that. What I want to do is buy some box cars. And the box cars are going to be set to carry food, basically, is what they're going to carry. And I want the box cars in like a red, I want a red one, and a sort of brownish one, and an actual brown one. Then a red one, and a brownish one, and an actual brown one. And then we'll go for one more run of red, copper-ish, and brown. And that's going to be set on the food line. So right there, that's a kind of cool looking train to me. It looks kind of legit, you know? It's, yeah, that's a pretty cool looking train. All right. So yeah, it's gonna head out this way. It's gonna go to the cargo station. We need more steel being moved. Good lord. And bricks. They're really starting to pile up back there. like really starting to pile up, but whatever. It's probably all right. Oh, I've just noticed we got the fancy roads too. Look at all of this upgrading. Not bad. All right, so you're going to stop in. You can carry out 108 items of food. And over here, we are currently sitting on 15, 16. So yeah, we are producing food, which is beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful stuff. I feel like we could get more trucks in the food line as well. So I'm going to do that. Buy road vehicles, get me the Mark AC, carry anything in like bright green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why not? So farm to food. And we're going to start bringing a whole bunch of food into Chicago. Oh, that looks so cool. So that's going to have to wait for that train to pass, which is what we want. Then we want that to pass by. Oh, how cool does that look, though? I love it. Then here we've actually got like 56 food already, which is kind of nuts, to be honest. So that's going to be a real nice delivery right there. Is it still at 63? Not bad. So this train's going to pull in. It is going to pick up all of that food. And it's going to take it to Chicago. Which I'm kind of excited about. I'm going to be real honest. I'm kind of really excited to see this potentially work. Because it might not. There might very well be a moment where like this thing just goes, hey, I'm still losing money. But I'm hopeful. I am most definitely hopeful that this is actually going to work. I really am. So it's going to speed through. The cars are going to stop. We got another train coming down this way. It's the orange one. Probably full. Yes, it is. So that's heading off on its way. Sitting at 50 miles per hour. Is it maybe... No, it is speeding up a little bit. I wonder if it's carrying a bit too much weight for it to be able to go full speed. Definitely a possibility. That could very well be a thing. But how much money are we going to be looking at here? 1.32 million. Oh boy. Oh boy, am I kind of excited about that. I am a little bit annoyed at, you know, the fact that this right here is not as productive as I'd like it to be. We do, however, have like that new army of trucks slowly making their way down. So they're all going to go to the end point of the line first, which I am assuming is point number 1, right? Did I do that wrong? So what does this do? No, that's not the line I want. It's the truck line, the truck farm one. Yeah, so that is point 2. I don't know why they're going there first. That's a really weird choice that they're all going to point 2 first, but whatever. The train's pulling up. Train's not actually going to make that much money this time, but the next run should be something really, really interesting. The next run should absolutely be a special one. Also, 81 people currently waiting in Santa Rosa for a train. That really makes me think that we need to upgrade the orange train. Where is it? Is that it? Yeah, so the orange train currently carrying 36 people. Go back to the depot. Just dump the people off. They'll not mind. So it's going to go back to the depot. We're going to just get more... We're just going to get more cars for it, really. That's basically what we need to do. So we're going to go for the normal kind of passenger car... This one, right here in orange. And we'll throw it in the back of the train. And then I might throw this in as well. It's expensive, but it's nice. So just like that, and then put you on the passenger train line again. So that can now carry 73 people. Which is totally fine by me. And it looks kind of interesting with, you know, the weird car on the back. So it's going to be able to pull in here. It's going to pick up some people. And it's going to go about its business. Hopefully. Although I picked up 5 people because no one really wants to go to Lafayette. That's fine. It is also interesting to note just how busy the buses in Lafayette happen to be. I mean, by every stretch of the imagination, I could probably get rid of that bus stop and have people, you know, go use the trains, but I'm not going to do that because the buses are still making me money. So it'd be kind of silly to do that. Also, that train is on 72 of 72, and there's still 63 people waiting back there. Good lord, no one wants to go to Santa Rosa. It's very interesting to note that no one seems to want to go there. Also, this thing is not picking up as much food as I want it to. It really isn't. These trucks are just not as, they're not as efficient as I need them to be. Which is really frustrating the heck out of me. I'll be honest, is that... I wonder where my cluster of trucks kind of got to. I guess they've sort of split up into that group there. So yeah, you're going to pick up a bunch of livestock. There's plenty of grain to get moving as well. So once all the livestock's gone, I guess we're going to see a situation where hopefully we're going to get a lot of grain moving around. Because that stuff's going to be good to go as well. Problem is, they're filling up on livestock pretty regularly there. Like, they're down to 3, but that's going to go back up to normal by the time this guy gets in, I reckon. Possibly. Possibly not, actually. Oh, he did take grain. Okay. So we're gonna see the occasional truck take some grain, which is totally fine. But I have to say, despite, you know, losing several million those last 2 years, 1929 is looking like it's gonna be a really good year. Also, what speed can the train do going uphill there? Is it still really slow? Yeah, it is still painfully slow going up that hill, even with the high-speed rail. I think it's like 1 to 2 miles per hour faster than it otherwise was. That really is a shame that the train out of Lafayette is just so painfully slow. Just nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. Also, this guy here just trucking back and forth. Really wish that... Can I like get you to... If I get you to like go here, hold up. So what is this line that I'm looking at? So this one, right? So this is Santa Rosa North. Can I get you to wait until full? I want to get it to wait until it has a full load. So it's not going to leave Santa Rosa with like only half of its things full. Because that'll save me a little bit of money as well. The thing isn't, it doesn't cost as much to run a train if it's not moving. Like this thing here, you know, how much does this cost me? It's $1 million per year. And it just cost me 83,000, right? So it cost me 83,000 right there. That's the running cost while it's moving. So if the train's not moving, it costs me a lot less. Also, we just got some new vehicles coming in. So what we're going to do is we're going to immediately upgrade the entire farm line here with the Ford Model 77 in bright green. Probably going to be kind of expensive. Yep, but we're going to do it. We're also going to upgrade the entire steel line as well. So it's going to be sort of that color. Model 77, that color. Model 77, that color. Moving steel. And we're going to replace all of those as well. And then the rest of them are going to be set to just automatically replace whenever necessary. So bricks are going to be dark red. And construction material. So there we go. That's going to automatically replace when it gets an opportunity to do so. The coal line is going to be a similar story. Model 77 in black. Moving some coal. All right. Farm line's done. The iron line is going to need to be changed to the 77, moving iron ore. And the color for that can be a sort of that color there. That's fine. So then we have the logs line, which is going to be the Model 77, moving some logs in a sort of brown color. That's fine. How many more lines we got to go? Quite a few. Machinery. All right. Let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. Machinery. 77. Machines. And that color. All right. Planks. Planks will be a nice color, actually. 77 doing... Where are the planks? Planks are there. And they can be sort of that color. All right. Then we have the slag line, which is going to be nice and easy. We're going to make it that dark purple color that I kind of like. So slag is right there, and the color is right there. All right, not bad. Steel is done. Stone is going to be next. It's not actually got a replacement vehicle yet, so that's totally fine. And the color for that can sort of be that dark gray. I think I've already used that, though, so that kind of color there will be fine. Auto replace when you get a chance. And the tools line is going to be the last one with the 77. Automatically moving tools. And the color can be that color. Why not? So that'll be fun. Let me make sure I set these all up right to move the right stuff, though. I think I did. Yeah, I did. So they're all fine. All right, so the steel line should absolutely be upgraded at this point. So that's the little... Those are the little vehicles there, the little Ford trucks. We should see a fleet of green Ford trucks. Yeah, we do. A little fleet of green Ford trucks going back and forth there. Where's my train, though? Is that my train? Is it full? Yes, it is. 108 units of food going straight to Chicago. That right there is going to be a beautiful sight to see. I'm curious to see how much money that's actually going to make me. How much food does Chicago currently have? Not a lot. Definitely not a lot. But we're about to see just how much money 108 units of food is worth. So that is 2.2 million. Not bad. Absolutely not bad there. And we've made over 2 million this year already. That's impressive. That's really impressive. 65, 66 units waiting done there. More are going to be getting made. I think it's going to be really good to just have this thing only move when it has a full load of stuff ready to go. I really do think that's going to be the way to do it. Also, what is this convoy just here? Oh, that's some of the faster buses currently stuck behind some of the slower buses. Yeah, the Grand Prairie line is going to have a bunch of old buses on it for a while, I think. Which is fine. That's kind of just the way it's going to have to be for a while. I'm not too worried. So if we come down here, is this thing going to fill up immediately? It almost did, actually. So there we go. Back to 108 and away it goes. These trucks all coming in, helping with more production right away. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. I'm quite pleased with that. I think we've got some pretty good production going. We got some trains going back and forth. I'll tell you what we can also do. We can absolutely repay the loan down to 15 million. Down to 14, 13, 12, 11. I think down to 11 million is where we can take that loan. We could technically go a little bit lower, but I don't think I want to do that. I will say, I'm going to wait. Before we wrap this episode up, I want to see just how much money we end up making in 1931. But I reckon we're about to be able to cut that loan down to 10 million total. Because of this right here. There we go. Bring it down. 10 million in total. Not bad at all. We got our 2 trains waiting here. So really no one's going to be left at that station. 72 on train 1. And 8 on train 2. It is January 1932. We made 6.46 million last year. And we're currently sitting on 102 units of food right here. So something tells me that train is going to be able to move back and forward a little bit more regularly than I thought it might be able to. Oh my god, there's so much livestock over here. Yeah, food production's going pretty well. Have to admit. Food production is doing wonders for us. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it. So, as always, it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you kindly for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.